The Unicorn Adventure. Once upon a time, there was a unicorn somewhere far away, waiting and hoping for a child to make an extra special wish. At the very same moment, a girl named Polly blew out a unicorn candle on her birthday cake and wished with all her might, "Please, send me a unicorn to be my very own friend." That night in bed, Polly looked out her window and saw stars in the silvery outline of a unicorn. She closed her eyes for a second, and when she opened them again, the unicorn had disappeared. The next morning she woke to the sound of a friendly voice. "Good morning," said a unicorn standing just outside her open window. "I heard your wish, and I've come to take you on a magical journey." Polly jumped out of bed. She slipped through the window and onto the back of the unicorn. Wings magically appeared, and up they flew over the treetops and high above a rainbow. "Hooray!" she shouted. "I want to show you where I live," said the unicorn. As they flew over an enchanted forest, a fairy flew up to greet them. "Let me fly with you," she said. "I've heard there is a party at the castle tonight." The unicorn landed at the far edge of the forest. In front of them, a huge dragon blocked the path. Polly was afraid, but then the dragon hiccuped. Every time he hiccuped, fire came out of his mouth. Polly laughed, and the dragon bowed and waved them past. A shiny golden path led the unicorn and Polly to a giant stone castle. On the top of every tower, flags flew in the warm breeze and trumpets announced their arrival. A silver knight stood beside the castle entrance on the far side of the drawbridge. "Welcome home," he said to the unicorn. "You're just in time for the banquet." He smiled at Polly and pulled open the enormous door. Inside, colorful portraits of unicorns, both old and new, hung on the hallway walls. "These are my relative," said the unicorn. He pointed to a painting, "and that is my father, the king. Do you think I look like him?" Beside the king hung another royal portrait of a beautiful unicorn with a sparkly silver crown on her head. "This is my dear mother, the queen," said Polly's proud escort. "She taught me how to grant wishes." Down the hall, near the end of the long line of portraits, Polly looked closely at a picture of a unicorn jester wearing a funny hat with pom-poms. She almost jumped when the jester winked at her. At the entrance to the great hall, a wizard greeted the unicorn and Polly. "Now that you are both here, we can begin," he said. With the wave of his silver wand, an enticing banquet appeared. As the unicorn and Polly entered the great hall, they saw it was filled with cupcakes and ice cream. There was candy everywhere, the chairs were made of candy canes, and the tables were rainbows taffy. Suddenly a trumpet blew, and the unicorn king stepped forward with an announcement. Hear ye, we are here to celebrate our special guest Polly on her birthday. Let the party begin." As everyone clapped, a band began to play. While all the guests enjoyed the ice cream and candy, the unicorn introduced Polly to princesses, who invited them to dance. The unicorn bowed, Polly curtsied, and soon they were all twirling around the floor. After the feast, elves came running in to clean up all the candy wrappers. Polly helped, and one of the elves gave her a silver unicorn coin. "Thank you," said Polly, and she slipped it into her pocket. Finally, after Polly had braided ribbons in the unicorn's mane and sprinkled glitter in his tail, he said, "It's late, my friend. Time to leave now." Everyone said goodbye, and Polly knew she will miss them all. Through the sky the unicorn flew, past the moon and stars, tower Polly's home. Below, countless lights brightened the dark landscape. Polly hugged the unicorn, feeling truly lucky. Back in her own bed again, Polly opened her eyes and stretched. She sat up with a start and looked out at the sunny morning, wondering if her adventure had all been a beautiful dream. But she smiled when she saw the silver unicorn coin, which had fallen from her pocket, lying on the covers.